let us meet the officials for this match. First referee, Bobby Celso, National Referee. Second referee, Giovanni Paulo Vargas, International Referee Candidate. It is now time to meet the starters. First, for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Outside hitter number 1, Kalei Mao. Middle blocker number 2, Abby Maranyo. Outside hitter, their team captain number 7, Lindsay Stolzer. Opposite hitter number 11, Kiana D. Middle blocker number 16, Ivy Laxina. Setter number 23, Iris Tolenada. And their libero number 5, Don Macandili. Head coach for the Cargo Movers is Benson Bokbok. Let us now meet the starters for the PETRO GAZZ Angels. Setter number 2, Janelle Cheng. Opposite hitter number 8, Isa Maizo Potillas. Middle blocker number 9, Ren Palma. Outside hitter number 12, Myla Pablo. Middle blocker number 13, MJ Phillips. Outside hitter number 16, Lindsay Vanderweide. And their libero number 1, Bang Pineda. Head coach for the PETRO GAZZ Angels is Rod Ricafort.
Here we go for game number 2 for your Tuesday doubleheader between F2 Logistics Cargo Movers with Iris Tolenada starting as the setter today. And then, of course, the defending champions and their starting lineup with Isa Puntillas back in that starting lineup. I like what you said during the pregame. Ish, you're saying that maybe those were lessons from the past, ano? Dahil nga, baka naubusan yung certain players nila in the bigger situations in the previous conferences.
Yeah, because we remember in that invitational conference, they had a lot of 5-set matches.
They did.
And a lot of them were, you know, lost. So, yun yung nag-matter sa kanila eh. Hindi sila nakaabot sa semi-final round just because they had those losses at the end.
Right. Silently going their way through the reinforced conference, and just all of a sudden they're right there, and even possibly with the number 2 spot if they win today. Oh, they just switched it, so it is Kim Fajardo who will start. So no holding back here for F2, and why would you want to, right? You want to finish the conference on a positive note, which is what, you know, teams like, let's say, Akari did, which unfortunately was against them. You just want to end on a positive note right away, regardless of the situation. If you're PETRO GAZZ now, what are you working on right now? If you're Coach Rob Ricafort, Ish, you know you're safely in. There's that balance, of course, as we get through our first rally here in the first set. And there's that balance of ayaw mo ring may ma-injure, di ba? You're also making sure that everybody's healthy going into the semifinals. What do you focus on right now?
All right, I think for Coach Ricafort, I think he's going to focus on their own game. Trying to have that momentum coming into the semi-final round. They do not want to lose this game against F2 because number 1 is the invitational champions, Creamline. So if they lose this game, they'll be at number 3.
Right.
And on Thursday, the number 3 squad will go up against the number 1 squad. So medyo gusto nilang iwasan muna ang Creamline in the first part of the semi-final round. And I'm sure that's what he's thinking for his squad. Kasi
that's why walang no bearing sa kanila.
Walang no bearing for both of these teams.
Right, obviously, yes. Laxina. And Palma scores a second point for PETRO GAZZ. So that, I love that. I want that's clear that Ish is making that point, because if they move to number 2 on Thursday, ang ating schedule is 1-3, 2 versus 4. And of course, there might be the argument na hindi, that doesn't matter because everybody's gonna play everybody anyway. But ang point po ni Ish is that ayaw mo yung unang laban mo ay mabigat ka
Yeah,
agad
right.
because you're going up against the #1 team. You want to ease into it, although it's not an easy round, but you don't want the #1 team right away. So that's the point that Ish was trying to make. Let's go to Lexi Rodriguez right now.
It's nothing but good vibes from the PETRO GAZZ Angels as they come up fresh from the 3-set sweep over the Army Auctioneers, and they actually did a pre-game Zumba to lighten up the mood even more and keep up the good spirit. But you know what? According to Coach Traffic Fort, even with a sure spot in the semis, they're still treating this as a game like any other. They know that F2 will also put up a good fight at kinakailangan pa nilang ilaban at patunayan na karapat-dapat sila. As the no-bearing game as it is, they're hoping that the good vibes in the dugout will translate to their performance on court. Now let's return it to the panel.
Thank you very much, Lexi. Well, F2 is a proud team, proud franchise. All in all, 6 championships going into the PVL. Their fans came out today here at the Phil Sports Arena. So you want definitely to win for them and for themselves. It's a net touch called on F2.
Fajardo, the last second, she tried to save that ball. It's also a good matchup here, Cheng versus Fajardo in
Yeah.
this game.
What a dig there by Bang Pineda. Chance for PETRO GAZZ on the counter. Aiza, also one of those who sells that approach very well. When she cocks back that arm-ish.
Right, and she's been doing that for years. Kahit na nandun pa siya sa UST Tigresses before, that's always been one of her specialties. Itong F2, they're really having a hard time with their reception and their digging, no?
But that has been their problem the
Yeah.
whole conference. So it started, unfortunately, when Don Macandili was out the first couple of games for them. But when she came back, nag-stabilize ng konti, pero eventually parang nag-pan out, ganun pa rin, ano?
Yeah, it went back to
Ano
their...
kaya? Bakit kaya, Ish?
I think it's because of their first 2 games that Don Macandili wasn't around, no? It really did not help their cause kasi madi-disrupt yung ikot nila sa likod eh, how they're gonna defend the floor whenever they're starting the bearers inside or not. They had to adjust at that point in time.
That's too low. Coupled with, of course, Kalay Mao and her issues with that calf. All conference long. Lindsay van der Weyden has been spectacular for PETRO GAZZ. Maraño on the running.
Oh,
Palma definitely scraped that net.
tried on the 1-2 play. No go for Palma. Nakatalikod siya nun eh. Sideways. And it was her against Steve and Maraño. So medyo may halong gigil.
Phil Sports Arena is where we're at here on this Tuesday. Match number 38, KKD. Underhand. Pablo had to really adjust there. Stalzer, oi, overpass. That's in. Good job by Stalzer.
It's a gift for Stalzer. Easy point for FC Logistics.
To just redirects it to an open spot. Towering over everybody else. Such an all-around player for F2, and you're right, you know, all these years, all these countries, she's played the same way as Pablo flies. Chance ball given back to PETRO GAZZ. We're tied at 6-all. Cheng back to Myla. Ooh, it's one of her favorite attacks right there.
Right. Towering over Kim Fajardo's block. You gotta get down on the replay. What a shoot set as well. Coming from Janelle Cheng. But down the line hit. Really, she's mastered that all throughout the years.
And all throughout the years also has dealt with back problems, diba? Si Myla Pablo, which has hampered also her her personal game as Abby Maraño explodes with a run and gun.
That's what they want to see here dito sa F2 Logistics, no? The power and the passion behind every hit. And Abby Maraño with one of her specialties, that running slide hit.
It's another thing that hasn't gone away in many years. Pineda receiving. Dig pass. Pablo is rejected and it bounces out.
Yeah, I think they're going to challenge it.
7-all. They are going to challenge a ball in, ball out challenge. Coach Benson Bokbok. Coach Noel Orculio is joining him today. He wasn't there the last match as they had their collegiate team to take care of. And so our first challenge of the day, if you missed it again, Signal HD Spikers winning in 4 sets against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. And that's all they needed. They needed to win. Choco Mucho needed to win in 3 or 4 sets. That is out.
Yeah, way out.
But unfortunately, they did not win today for the fans of Choco Mucho. So Signal will take that 4th spot in the semifinals. It is 8-7, courtesy of the defending champions, the PETRO GAZZ Angels, ahead in set number 1. Boom Gonzalez, Ish Polvorosa, Lexi Rodriguez for your panel and your broadcast crew for the second game on One Sports. And of course, on all our platforms where you're watching the PVL, the heart of volleyball. It's a good attempt by Kalimao.
Kalimao targeting the end court of the defense of PETRO GAZZ, just trying to top it on MJ Phillips' block. Kahit wala masyadong power, no? She saw that hole.
Phillips, sinungkit. Always a tough choice whether you would do that or let the coverage take care of business. In that case, it was Pineda who was actually right there.
Yeah, well, you could actually do that. You could self-cover, pero you have to commit yourself 100% whenever you do that.
That one's out. So Pablo will serve 9-all. Good start to our first set.
Not a lot of rallies so far this opening set. We'll see if they heat things up.
Stalzer. Mao. Delayed by the block. Pontillas will go with a rolling shot by Van der Weide. Fajardo will send it over. Another chance here for Cheng, who goes for a 1-2.
Wow. Janelle Cheng seeing that hole on the 1-2 play. Take a look at that. He's done that all conference long.
Got all the tricks in the book.
Very simple, yet so effective for Cheng.
And really has played the majority of the reinforced conference as opposed to the invitational, diba? Pablo from behind. Laxina has been a very good addition to this F2 squad. Great rookie season for her ish here in the PVL.
Yeah, especially with her blocking. That's one of the things that F2 Logistics is known for their blocking. Pero she still has to connect with the
For
setters
sure,
of F2.
yes.
And I think in the next coming months, that's what they're gonna prepare her for.
But remember, she is a rookie, and you know, you think about the middle blockers of F2, and she was the one who took over the starting spot. That's tough to do, as you know. Free ball.
Oh!
What happened there, Ish?
Miscue right there, especially in the part of Fajardo and Laxina in the combination play. I think it was Laxina with the off-timing approach. And she apologized right away to both Coach Benson and Kim Fajardo.
Phillips to Stalzer. D finds a spot.
It's a good strategy for F2, targeting the end zones of the defense of PetroGAZZ. That's what Kale and Stalzer did earlier in the first few points of this set. Take a look at that. Hindi masyadong nagigigil na ibaon, pero tina-target nila yung pinaka-dulo at pinaka-mahabang area.
Long ball.
Yeah.
Good block there. Laxina and D collaborating at the net. 13-11 for F2 Logistics.
Right, the towering blocks of F2, especially when you watch them live, no, makikita mo na ang lalaki talaga, ng F2 blockers eh.
Ang hahaba.
Yeah.
Ang tawag ko nga, galamay, hindi kamay. Open. The approach by Van der Weide, but nobody behind her.
Back-to-back blocks for Ivy Laxina and Kim D.
Giving them some distance here, 14-11.
Wow, what a read. Yeah.
And that's why she has really taken over that spot here, the starting spot. Another one. 3 straight blocks.
And you could see the eyes of the F2 ladies. They're just playing loose today against the PetroGAZZ Angels.
Timeout, Coach Ralph Ricafort.
I-maximize na chance goal na nga eh. Kaya.
Ikot na lang.
Ikot na lang tayo agad. Yung in-adjust yung kay Kale huwag ka na mag-stay dito. Muna ako ng cross.
Ano na ako, kita na.
Paano ka doon kay Stalzer din? Ba't tayo, masyado mabagal? Huwag sabihin kayo sa bagal.
Next. Sige. Tempo natin, guys.
I was gonna say, Ish, parang mabagal yung simula ng PetroGAZZ, and when I say mabagal, it's the actual movement of the ball, the passing and all that. Ayun ang sinabi ni Coach Ricafort in the end of that timeout.
Yeah, they're kind of moving slow here in this first set. Yung coverage, wala. Yung defense pattern, hindi masyadong maayos. So, that's a good timeout for Coach Ricafort.
Van der Weide. Good dig there by Mao. Stalzer.
Oh!
Cheng couldn't get to it. 16-11 is our score. Switch to Signal Postpaid for more super loaded bonding moments. Get free 3 months and more when you subscribe today. Call 8888-5555 now. Let me ask you this, Ish. I'm sure you've had situations where you had to play a non-betting game because medyo llamado kayo. Pasok na kayo and all of that. To be honest, as an athlete, how does that affect you personally, the team? How do you guard against it? Because human nature din di ba? Parang safe ka na
Right.
What's the truth behind it, at least in your opinion?
I think the thinking of an athlete playing a non-bearing game, no, you're already one foot out the door. Meaning, parang nakatingin ka na doon sa next stage. Pero minsan, nagkakamali yung players in that aspect. Kasi dapat nating i-take into consideration the momentum of your team going into the next round. So I think that's what the coaches of the PETRO GAZZ Angels are going to instill in this ladies in today's match against F2 Logistics.
Dahil, as they'll always say, job's not done.
Right? And pwede nilang madala to sa next games eh. The kind of pace that they're going to play today against F2, pwede nilang madala yun, and they do not want that to happen in the semi-final round. Kasi each and every game will be very important in that round.
Creamline, of course, Cherry, Tigo, and now Signal in all capable teams. Creamline has won the last 2 championships. Before that, Cherry Tigo won the championship. Of course, we all know that Signal has had the bronze medal a couple of times. So you know those are like top of the crop na talaga. Oh, what a cannon sent back by Kim Fajardo. Speaking of sending it back.
Another block. Yes, I'm courtesy of Kim Kiana D, a single block against Isa Maiza Pontillas.
By our count, that is 5 blocks already-ish.
Right.
Tatlong sunod-sunod yung kanina, and 2.
And that's what they're very well known of.
Correct. Chance for Let's Go F2 as they are up by 6. Make that 7.
Wow.
Ganda nung cut shot. That is a real definition of a cut shot.
A cut shot. A slice mid-air.
Yes.
Take a look at that. Ganda ng adjustment.
Yes, you're right. That's experience for you, Ish. A girl who's seen it all, done it all too.
11 years of playing abroad.
Good dig by Calf. Good dig by Pineda. That's a tough angle, and it's wide. They think it's in. I think they're gonna challenge this one. Ball in, ball out. Challenge from PETRO GAZZ. Mabigat yan dahil lumaki na yung lamang dito ng F2. Second challenge of the match. Yes, sorry.
Boom, we can see so far that the defense of F2 really working for them so far.
The digging.
Yeah, the digging, the blocking.
The blocking.
Which in their last 2 games, wala eh. Medyo dun sila nagkulang.
The blocking against Creamline was spectacular. It was the best team effort in the conference. And it looks like it drops in. Remy Palma was confident that it dropped in.
It's a good point from Maizo Pontillas.
So instead of 2012, 1913 tayo.
Van der Weide so far a bit quiet for PETRO GAZZ. We'll see if they activate her.
Very high ball. Pineda with a jump set from behind, of course. Stalzer. Pineda again digging. Pablo sent back by the net defense of F2. So she goes over and overcompensates. That's what good blocking can do.
Yeah, trying to intimidate the spikers of PETRO GAZZ, and so far they're very successful on that end. Dami na kasi nilang block points eh, and we're just in the first set of this game.
Double sub for Coach Bokbok. Tolenada in, Casilag in, D and Fajardo out. Pineda easily takes the first ball. Pablo out again. Good angle though, good idea.
Yeah, that's a strategy that F2 has been doing in this first set. Targeting the end zones of the defense of PETRO GAZZ. But so far not working for the Angels in this first set.
Pablo will go to the bench first for a while Jonas Sabete, equally explosive player in the match for the first time. Ball is on the F2 side. Shoot set to Lindsay.
That's a good counter play from the F2 Logistics squad. A bit faster in the set from Tolinada to Lindsay Stauser.
Good serve. Sabete taking it. Sabete gets it back. At nailusot niya. Finds a crack in that wall.
Finally, scoring and squeezing that ball in between the block of F2.
Yeah.
Pero kita mo, nabasa pa rin ng F2 yung set na yun eh. They're still there to block that ball. Medyo bitin lang yung penetration.
Palma serving. Wu receiving. That's too wide for Abby.
Good idea for Maranyo, but too much juice on that one. PETRO is trying to catch up here in the first set. They need to move quicker in this opening set. Tulad nga nabanggit ni Coach Ricafort in that timeout earlier. Oh, and avoid those errors, Wu.
Too much muscle behind the serve of Remy Palma. 23 will be serving 15. Second game already, our first game earlier. Signal winning in 4 sets against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Good serve.
Service ace with the hell of the tape of the net.
Wow, what a set for F2, 24-15. Great response from them after a couple of losses, which really killed their chances of getting into the semis. Sapete stalls her digging. Good reaction by Iris. Chance ball here. PetroGAZZ goes to Aiza. Pineda was there again. Phillips puts it away.
And that's the PetroGAZZ that we all know. The power behind that hit coming from MJ Phillips. Take a look at that. Hindi pa nga full approach yun eh, no? Pero grabe the muscle behind that spike.
Playing against her best friend is on the other side of that net, Iris Tolinada. Iris sends it back to Mao. Mao gets the point and the set. F2, some separation, and it all started on defense for them. That 3-block exchange that they had gave them enough momentum to pocket set number 1, 25-16. (25-16) is the score of the first set. The F2 Logistics Cargo Movers looking to end their reinforced conference campaign on a positive note. And they get the first step towards that. Talk about that first set. Ish?
F2 Logistics winning that in a very convincing fashion, 25-16. A lot of those points coming from their block points and varied attacks as well. Their defense working, their strategy working, targeting the end zones of the defense of the PetroGAZZ Angels, and so far no adjustments coming from the Angels in that set number 1 loss. So we'll see if they're gonna pick up the pieces here and they're gonna play their own game, their own pace para naman makahabol sila dito sa pagkapanalo ng F2 Logistics in set number 1.
Yeah, let's see if hindi bumaba yung kanilang guard, no, knowing that they are safe into the semifinals, and there's really no pressure to win, but as Ish perfectly described it, you want to avoid Creamline as your first game here in the semifinals. Look at the numbers of that first set. The blocks at 5-0 in terms of the blocking. Ish, what else stands out to you?
The service aces, 2 for F2, none for PETRO GAZZ. And ayun nga, lahat ng scoring department lamang ang F2 Logistics in that set number 1 win. So of course, it's really gonna go their way. And for PETRO GAZZ, they also have to activate their middle blockers and especially the reinforcement. Number 3 in the conference, the scoring department, Lindsay van der Weijden, medyo tahimik in that set number 1 loss for the Angels. We'll see if they give her a lot of sets in this set against F2 Logistics cargo movers.
As I always say, you know, it's tough balance to try to preserve your reinforcement, your guest player. Make sure that she doesn't get injured also, but you also don't want to lose her sharpness going into the semifinals. As you said, that momentum. And momentum is not just a team thing, no, Ish? That's also obviously a personal thing when you get into a good groove.
Yeah, and the mindset. Kasi iba rin yung nadadala ng you're coming from a win.
Yeah, you're right.
Kaysa dun sa you're coming from a loss.
What a dig, but Mao with a little extra mustard on that swing.
That's back-to-back points for Kale Mao this time, choosing a deep cross-court shot. Mahirap na angle yun when you're an open spiker and you have MJ Phillips blocking your way.
Phillips! Oh, flying in!
As I say that, with so much power and quickness, itong si MJ Phillips on the A-quick. Siya pa lang yung maraming clean hits dito for PETRO GAZZ Angels. Boom. Oh. Off-timed. Free ball now for the Angels.
And they go back to Van der Weijden, who finally gets that point.
Lindsay van der Weijden off the block. Kale Mao did not penetrate that block properly. It's a good shoot set as well from Janelle Cheng.
Dig pass, and KKD gets it through.
In between the block of Janelle Cheng and Rem Palma, Kim D, another point for her.
Sorry, I just remembered all of a sudden, Ish, this game, which in a perfect world would have been a big game in terms of how it meant going into the semifinals. Obviously, it doesn't anymore, but this was the game that was cancelled because of Typhoon Paeng.
Right.
Tama, because I think that was supposed to be their third game against each other. If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Yeah, that's the cancelled game day.
Yeah. And unfortunately, now they see each other as the last game. And it could have meant something, but because of what has happened and transpired in the last week, PETRO GAZZ is safe and F2 is out.
Especially if F2 won at least one game.
At
their
least
last
one,
two.
yes, at least one game.
Oh, what a sharp serve.
Stalzer rolls it.
Wow. Lindsay Salzer this time around just spinning it on the front line of the PETRO GAZZ defense. Kasi alam niya na babantayan na yung long balls niya eh. So this time around, she changed it up.
Good dig there. Pablo. Oh, what a save by F2. 5-4 is the score for F2. Tolenada keeps it up. Stalzer cross court, it's in.
Wow. Lindsay Stalzer with an angled hit. Cross court to Myla Pablo. Nakita mo talagang iniwas niya dun sa block ni Remy Palma. Oh, look at that. Abbreviated swing. That fast approach. Really loving this game. of Stalzer.
Maizo. Stalzer again.
Oh, and back to her set number 1 game. That long balls that worked for her. That set number 1 win. Take a look at that against Maizo Puntillas and Reni Palma. That seam in between the block.
KKD. Both at their wide end. Just a little long on the attack point. It's 8-4. F2 looking good. Switch to Signal Postpaid for more super loaded bonding moments. Get free 3 months and more when you subscribe today. Call 8888-5555 now. Let's check in with Lexi Rodriguez.
In playing at the heart of volleyball comes along pouring all your heart out as well. And when we talk about this, Lindsay Stalzer has done everything she could to keep the conference alive for F2 Logistics. I actually got to talk to her earlier, and she said that as this becomes her last game, she still wants to enjoy and keep her head up. And she also says that she came in with high expectations, and even though they're playing their final game, the rest of the team is what keeps her going. And loss is truly part of a game, but she remembers that she is more than the sum of one moment. Now it's all about keeping that momentum going for the F2 Logistics. Let's give it back to the panel.
Momentum is definitely on their side, Lexi. Now with a 5-point lead, the biggest here in set number 2. They pocketed the first set 25-16, convincing manner. And
in this set number 2, they're leading by 5 points so far. And makikita mo sa body language ng Petro GAZZ, they have not played their usual game so far. Maybe yun nga talaga yung factor of this is a non-bearing game.
Right.
But for F2, you do not want to end this conference with 3 straight losses. That's why they're playing like this today against the Angels.
Five serving 9. Remy Palma ready to get this rally going. Set number 2 action. Over receive.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to give that to Iris Tolenada. You setters are so used to the jousts-ish.
Yeah.
They're so strong when it comes to jousts.
It is all because of the timing. And usually we're not on top of the block, no? You know, makikita mo medyo nasa ilalim yung setters and the force, when you push the ball upwards, you have that advantage somehow.
Right.
Tama naman set play. Iwan to counted sa tempo. O tara na, 5 na yun agad.
Let's go. It's all us.
Isa.
Petro GAZZ. Angels. Ate. Lalagay Angel ate. Tara. Let's go.
Thank you.
Lalagay Angel.
Sol Mercado in attendance here at the Phil Sports Arena. And, it's like, oh yeah, it's Priscilla Rivera, Coach Jorge, Coach Godfrey, Okumu, also there. All part of our crowd here at the Phil Sports Arena. Pablo. Sent back by Tolenada. Reverse. So good again.
Janelle Cheng going to the opposite pin. Talagang pinapagalaw niya na ngayon yung blockers ng F2. Look at that earlier. She gave Pablo a set, and this time around went to Maizo Puntillas for that drop shot kill.
Good first ball. Iris was going for the second ball put away. Mao says, now let me take care of it.
Oh, she is hot. And alongside Lindsay Salzer, they've carried the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers on top of this game so far.
6 points for her. Ish 11 for Stalzer. KKD has 4 of her own. 11 serving 6. Cheng opens up to Pablo again. Great reaction by both KKD and Majoy Baron. Over receive. Pero napaganda pa.
We were just talking about that earlier, Boom. How the setters have that kind of an advantage when it comes to the jousts. Oh. Kala mo, it was gonna be Ivy Lagsina's point already, pero Janelle Cheng at the last second
Good
going
instinct,
for it.
Yeah. Pineda with an explosive dig, and speaking of explosive,
There's the Van der Weide that we all know, and we've seen that kind of an attack from her all throughout this conference. Take a look at that, on top of the block of Iris Tolenada.
4 points for her so far.
You know what, Boom? 2 of the teams that are already in the semifinals have beaten the PETRO GAZZ Angels. So,
Ooh,
yeah, they really want to
interesting.
have that momentum coming into the semifinals. Both Creamline and Cheritigo.
Great dig by CJ. Stalzer taken. Pontillas, but it's on the side of F2. Mao swipes it in. Van der Weide.
Ooh.
Too high a rolling ball. KKD goes for the high hands, but that's out.
It's a good try, KKD. But the flick of the wrist, a bit too late on that one. MJ Phillips on deck to serve. She's also known for her loaded serves.
Mao. Oh, that's too much. 2 long hits for F2. 12-10 is our score here in the second set.
Go for shooting her mark there. Tali Mao. That was a perfect set from Tolenada.
See her mouthing the words, my fault, on that one. CJ. Oh. 3 straight points for PETRO GAZZ. This might be the first timeout that F2 will call. They haven't called the timeout, but this will be the first one in this match. Let's listen in.
We gotta, at least the hitters we can control. Me, I should not have swung at that. I should just play it.
Just go with the hand. Just lift it off.
Okay.
Okay, 16. Lamang pa na
16
isa.
ha?
Isa na lang lamang natin, kaya let's go.
One stop. Let's resolve this one.
16.
Let's go. Right here, F2.
Let's go.
Oh, the Cruz sisters are in attendance. Leo and Cha Cruz. Of course, Cian Cruz. The PETRO GAZZ Angels. MJ Phillips serves it to Stalzer. PETRO GAZZ behind by 1 only. We've gotten a little bit of a rhythm here in this second set. F2 winning easily in set number 1, 25-16. Palma. Somebody touched the net. It's from F2, so we're all tied up. What has changed here for PETRO GAZZ? Let's focus on them first. What do you see? Why are they playing better?
Well, they're moving quicker here. Boom, makikita mo if you're watching here live, mas pawis na sila in the second set. Unlike nung set number 1, medyo malamig pa yung aura in yung katawan nila. They weren't playing the way that they should be playing right now.
Right. Oh, what a spot by Mao, by the way. Look at her. Her body going into the net, and then she just diverts that ball. Lands inside the line.
Ooh.
Set back though, dug up by Tolenada. Thunder wide again. Tolenada was there for the pancake. Great find by Don. Stalls her to Van der Weyde. Van der Weyde is sent. Rejected. Overcompensates on this one.
Myla Pablo on the second ball.
What an exchange. Yeah, a little too much.
Overcooking that bump set.
Nicole Tiamzon. Her team behind by 2. And behind the set. Free ball. KKD dug up by Pontillas. Chance ball for F2. Ivy.
Oh, that's a good adjustment coming from Ivy Laxina. You could see her waiting for that ball to arrive at the perfect spot, that hitting spot na gustong-gusto niya. Pero ayun, medyo bitin.
Binitin niya ng konti, you're right.
Yeah. Buti mahaba si Ivy Laxina. She was able to reach that set. And napaganda pa.
Lindsay and Mao spoke highly of Ivy Laxina the first practice that they saw her. Right away. Mao able to keep it in play. 15-12. Make that 15-13.
Finally on the drop, Remy Palma scoring for PETRO GAZZ. Look at that running set to Palma.
Great decision at the end not to go head-to-head against Stalzer.
Yeah, kasi marami ng puntos sa blocks itong si Stalzer in this game.
But of course, that is the specialty of the house. Offense. And she swings away for their 16th point. Follow My Team Gilas Pilipinas. Watch and support Gilas Pilipinas live in the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Follow My Team Pass Philippines. Now available to give you access to all 5 Gilas Pilipinas games in the preliminary round. And then you can purchase your tickets via register.worldcup.basketball. #WinForAll. Inside the Phil Sports Arena for match number 38. That's Chris Cross on your screen. Joining us here, part of this great crowd. Stalzer overcooks that one.
Too wide. Tried asking for a check, but she knew it was way wide. Ito, medyo dikit tong second set.
Yes.
Unlike that set number 1.
Nagising sila eh. Nagising ng PETRO GAZZ. They really looked like they were lugging around in that first set. This time they're a little more quicker to the ball. But as I say that, nobody getting the second ball there. Dan Pineda unable to keep it in play. She moves out. Garcia Cruz.
Just 3 points behind F2 here in set number 2. Yun nga yung magandang sign doon, no? Boom, gumagalaw na sila, and mas nakikita natin.
Yes.
They're more agile here in set number 2. And Janelle Cheng varying her sets. Van der Weide scoring here and there.
Tolenada. Majoy Baron spots a hole.
That be quick has worked for them in this second set. Earlier, it was Ivy Laxina this time around. But Joy Baron, take a look at that. Nice hit. Almost a front row kill for Majoy Baron.
And Iris has played from the end of the first set, no, until this whole second set. Iris Tolenada, I mean, for F2, as they have a 4-point lead here. Back set. Makandili.
Yeah, that's already out.
It's beyond the antenna. No?
Yeah, that's already out. It's a good call from the second referee. That dig of Don Makandili did not go out the antenna. So if take a look at that, the replay. Nasa loob pa eh, nasa loob ng court.
Yung dig.
Yeah, yung dig.
Yung dig is playable.
Yeah, the trajectory of the ball. That's already not a good ball from F2.
15 serving 18. Dig pass. Stalls her, adjusts, and gets her 14th point of the match. She is averaging 19.8 a game. She's coming off a 26-point performance.
In a losing effort.
As you mentioned in the pregame, did everything in a losing effort.
Pero this time around, she has KKD and Kale Mao helping her out in this game. And yung blocks nila really working tonight. And it's not defense as well.
It's not just the kill blocks, but even the soft blocks that have given them opportunities to counter.
Just like
that one, yeah. Mao. Cheng reverses to Aiza. Rejected at the net. Oh!
The blocking of F2 has been the story of the match so far. Reading the sets of Janelle Cheng very well in today's game. They have to vary their sets and their attacks here if they want to win a set against F2.
Wonder why they're taking that. Pablo goes high hands. Iris sends it to Mao, and Mao sends it to the stands.
You could already see from her approach that she was really gonna go for the kill. And off the block she goes. Yeah, this is a replay. Targeting the high hands of MJ Phillips. And yung depensa ni Van der Weide, umabante siya eh. So kahit na na-check ball yun, it was gonna be hard for her to defend that passive block touch.
21-16. Okay. We're gonna see some changes here in PetroGAZZ. Marian Buitre comes in. Chi Sayat comes in. Now that was what we were talking about. Chi Sayat in the last couple of conferences has basically been their starting setter. Coach Raul Ricafort changing it here in this reinforced conference. They've gone with Janelle Cheng most of the time. Oh, that's too close, but Mao makes something out of it. No. Oh, yes. Bobby Celso says it is off a PetroGAZZ player, and they are going to challenge this one.
Block touch is a challenge.
Yeah, Mao's calf is looking good today. Like she has her explosion here in this match. Well, those calf injuries are very tricky and can last for a very long time. Can be chronic and can, without proper treatment and rest, prolonged rest, really will affect you in different ways. And obviously, a player like her who relies a lot on her explosion and her athleticism, the calf, going to affect her game.
And it can be a recurring one.
Yes, exactly. Which is what she's experiencing, actually. 21-16 is our score. This was the game again that was supposed to be played. Typhoon Paeng had other plans. So now it is the last game of the preliminaries. We begin our semifinals on Thursday. And it will be 1 against 3, just in terms of our final seeding, 1 against 3, 2 against 4. It will only matter in terms of our schedule and in terms of the first matchup on Thursday. The seedings will not matter in terms of their rankings or their team standings, rather, would be the better way to say it. Won't matter in the semifinals. None.
Oh, they're also going to challenge this. I knew it. They were... Yeah, they are successful in that regard. Pero F2 is allowed to challenge a ball in, ball out.
Ball in, ball
Yeah,
out. So
that's what I think they're going to challenge here.
Right. So we haven't seen we haven't seen the challenge. They have every right to do a counter challenge, yes. But we want to know what the challenge is, though. We haven't seen. There you go. I think now Coach Noel Orculio calls the counter challenge of ball in, ball out, which, as you mentioned, is they have a right to do.
Yeah.
So no block touch. If this is out, this is a PetroGAZZ point.
But if this is in,
Yon.
this is an F2 point.
And this is crucial. It's either 22-16.
Oh yeah, it's way out.
Okay, it's way out. Coach Arnold Lanyog asking for 2 points now. Kasi dalawang challenge. Joking around to our second referee, Giovanni Paulo Vargas. Play resumes, 21-17. That's definitely in. Medyo bumawi ng konti si Mao. Look at that.
Oh, right. You know, Boom, that could be the purpose of that second challenge from Coach Benson para mas humaba yung gap na intayin ng PetroGAZZ Angels in that sequence. And,
Ice them a little bit.
Longer.
And Mao, Mao and Tolenata trash talking with MJ Phillips. Laughing at each other as Phillips now goes back at Mao.
Oh, Milo Pablo.
All good friends, of course.
Yeah, and Phillips teaming up on that block against Kale Mao.
It was Pablo who got it, but it was Phillips who made her, who told her about it, rather. Tolenana goes for the 1-2. Good dive there by Chi Sayat. Back set. Stalls her, scores her 15th point.
And we're just at the tail end of the second set, Boom. That's her numbers. 15 big points for Lindsay Stauser. Take a look at that.
19.8 a match.
Avoiding the two-woman block of PetroGAZZ.
She reverses to Phillips. Phillips gets it off of Mao. I love it. Things are heating up.
A little
friendly competition.
Yeah, friendly competition here in the net. A better output here for the PetroGAZZ Angels.
Tolenada. Bump set. Oh, it goes through the net, crawls in. Chi. Dig pass to Buitre, who puts it away.
Buitre.
Former UP Lady Maroon.
Yeah, and it's against KKD and Ivy Laxina. Nakita niya may onting sim eh. The difficulty of that attack though from Marian Buitre. Well executed.
23-20.
Yeah. I just thought when she's up there and I'm already there, I should just stay and block her, but I'll switch you.
Let's get the last two.
Receive? Okay. We try this now. You go there, eh?
Okay,
You go there,
I can do that.
everyone there, and then you just run.
So
Okay?
then I'm passing next to
now.
Lindsay or...
Okay.
Okay, tayo, 2 points. Mindset, let's go.
Right here. We get this point right here. Up two.
F2 calling that timeout. 23-20. MJ Phillips. Second set action. Definitely heating up. Chance ball.
No.
From a great serve by Pablo. Puitre again. Tolenada scrambling. Mao sending it over for a free ball. Van der Weide goes for the angle. Cuts the lead down to 2.
Van der Weide taking a look first kung sino yung nag-block sa kanya, and she saw that it was KKD and Ivy Laxina, so she opted to go for that cut shot and she was successful. Really just, you know, isn't all about power all the time, and she understands that.
Signal HC Spikers winning our first game earlier to snatch number 4 spot in the semifinals. CJ with a great reaction. Mao will try again.
Oh.
She will not be denied in that second reload.
It's a good attack from Kale Mao.
Yeah, the calf looks good today.
Yeah.
Feels good today, looks like it.
And she's been going to her a lot today. And that's a good strategy for her. Going back to that set number 1 tactic. Going deep down the end zone defense of the PetroGAZZ Angels. Just like that for Van der Weide.
Same strategy. Denying. Saving 1 set point.
Yeah, it's really gonna be effective, no? If you hit that way. Kapag malalaki yung blockers mo, hindi pwedeng magigigil ka lang and ibabaon mo yung bola. They're just gonna penetrate and wait for that strong hit. That front row hit. So if you target the end zones, it's gonna be more successful.
(22-24). Van der Weide able to pick it up. Rolls it to the other side. The dive by Mao. Stalls her again. And F2 has a 2 sets to love lead-ish.
25-22 again. It's Lindsay Stalzer scoring for the Cargo Movers. Opted for a top spin in the middle. Dun nahihirapan sa depensa itong PetroGAZZ Angels. Those long shots and the top spins in the middle.
16 points for her on 13 attacks. 25-16, 25-22. We will be back.
Kaya hindi pa ako sumusuko ngayon kasi kaya ko pa. My sister. Kapatid ko, si Marites Pablos. Since nag-pandemic kasi, siya yung lagi kong kasama sa condo. Eto, siguro exam ata namin to. Ano sagot mo yun? Sabi ko sa kanya. Sa dami picture to pa. 2004, 2015. Parang first time ata namin mag-champion nun with Coach Roger. Super happy na kasi first time na maging head coach si Coach Roger. Kasi ang galing niya mag-coach talaga. Noon kasi more valuable yung mga nasa isip namin. Maglaro lang kami, yan lang. Ngayon kasi parang tumatanda ka na Parang iniisip mo na lang yung future mo talaga Parang ang dami ng mga magaling na basbata ngayon, di ba? Parang kami, saan doon na yung tumatanda ka na, may na-feel ka sa tuhod, sa balikat, sa likod. Parang hindi ko pa kaya bitaw kasi feel ko pag binitawan ko, mag-isisi ako sa huli. Deserve ko pa maglaro. Message ko kay Myla Pablo. Yung college kasi si Myla Pablo, masipag. Sipag, nakikinig pa sa mga coach. And basta lang ako ng sa coaches kung ano yung mga pinapagawa sa amin. Siguro kung hindi dahil kay Myla Pablo, siguro hindi ko makukuha yung mga pangarap ko makapaglaro sa ngayon. Nasa professional volleyball player ako ngayon. Natutulungan ko yung pamilya ko. Napasalamat ko kay Myla Pablo na naabot ko yung mga pangarap ko.
Back inside the Phil Sports Arena, let's look at some numbers here. Set to a much tighter set, much more exciting game because PetroGAZZ came up with, the plays that we usually see them execute, but they still came up short. F2 with a good rhythm right now, Ish.
Yeah, let's take a look at that set number 2 statistics for F2 and they won that set. Take a look at the attack points. 19-14, lamang na lamang doon ng F2 and the blocking department. Pantay lang at 1 apiece. Aces, PETRO GAZZ with 1. Opponent errors, medyo dikit lang din. I think yung attacks talaga ng F2 especially from Mao and from Stalzer really made the difference for the F2's second set win.
Mao came alive with 11 points. 7 of them coming in set number 2. There you go. And of course, Lindsay Stalzer has been spectacular in both sets. The blocking was the difference in the first set. In the second set, it was the attacking. This time, 5 more attacks. You see Dina Wong and her Choco Mucho Flying Titans going down today against the Signal HD Spikers. We begin our third set. Cruz. Pablo. Dig pass to Stalzer from behind. And again, she begins set number 3 with her 17th point.
That has been her sweet spot whenever she spikes from the pipe. That zone 1 hit from Stalzer really working for her in the squad.
7 points in the first set, 9 in that second set, and then the 7 points of Mao. Wow,
all attack points.
It's really both of them.
Well, there's no denying that they're the backbone of this F2 squad. They're go-to ladies in this conference. Just so happens that at some point in time in this conference, medyo may inindang injury itong si Kale Mao.
MJ Phillips also has come alive here.
One of the more consistent middle blockers in this conference. MJ Phillips with a monster block against Ivy Laksina.
4 points for her. 3 on attacks. And that is her first kill block of the match. Tolenada reverses to Mao. Mao catches the line. It's been a while, so let's check in with Lexi Rodriguez somewhere here in the Phil Sports Arena. Lexi.
For those first 2 sets, we have seen a relaxed and slow-paced performance from the PETRO GAZZ Angels, and it absolutely isn't the expected play the coaches thought of. And with that being said, they want more power, more plays, and most of all, more smiles. And with a sure spot in the semis, they cannot bring this pace onto the next round, and so they're looking forward to training more on consistency and starting off strong. Complacency is never a good thing, especially when you've got unexpectedly powerful teams you are going against. Kakayanin pa kaya nilang bumawi sa set na ito o itutuloy-tuloy na ng F2 Logistics ang panalo and end this conference nicely? What do you guys think?
Well, they've got their work cut out for them. That's the truth for PETRO GAZZ.
Absolutely, especially if you see Stalzer continue playing this way.
18 points for her. Her average is 19.8, so she's almost there. Ivy with a long ball. Tolenada. Great touch again by Stalzer.
19th point of the match. Lindsay Stalzer. This time coming from a tip. They really are milking her wherever she is inside the court.
Ivy Laksina's turn now. 4 serving 3. They take over the lead. 2 straight points for F2. Phillips rejected. Hole was covered up by Tolenada. Cheng opens up to Pablo again. Tolenada unable to get it.
It's a good cut from Pablo. She saw that Kim D chose to close that seam, that cross-court area. So at the last second, she went down the line. Kahit hindi masyadong powerful yung palo niya na yan, no? Nakita niya the block was not ready for that kind of an attack.
Oh! They're gonna award that point, obviously, to PETRO GAZZ.
Illegal attack, illegal setting from Iris Tolenada because she's a back row player. Oh, this is the first time PetroGAZZ has led in this game.
You're right.
Short shout out to attorney Martin Sihuko. Hello from Imus, if you're watching.
Hello. And everybody watching all over the country and all our different platforms are watching the PVL Reinforced Conference, PetroGAZZ versus F2. Oh, what a response by MJ Phillips, just so long.
Yeah, and she has been the consistent one for the PetroGAZZ Angels. Her attacks, her blocks in this game against F2 Logistics. Take a look at that. Nakabagsak na siya eh.
Oo eh.
Nakita niya pa at nabasa niya.
Dinala pa sa likod.
Oh.
That's short.
Those unforced errors coming from the PetroGAZZ Angels have not helped them so far in this game.
Fajardo will come back in. Casilag will come back in, so that means Tolenada will get a much-deserved rest for sure. KKD.
Delivered for Coach Ben in that second set win.
Over received. Great reaction though by Cien Cruz. Stalzer. Vander Weyde lost her footing. Coach Benson thought that was out. MJ flips it to the other side. Cruz gets it. CJ keeps it in play. Check that, that was Dawn. That's too long. No touch.
Coach Benson furious at the
second referee.
Yeah.
We thought it was beyond the antenna or the...
Yeah, beyond the antenna. It's one of the longest rallies of this match so far.
7-5. It is PetroGAZZ maintaining their lead.
Whoa, what a set.
Quick reaction on the other side by Janelle Cheng. 8-5 for the first time in this match. PetroGAZZ goes into the technical timeout with the lead. FIBA World Cup Finals Pass, the biggest basketball event in 2023, is coming to the Philippines. Purchase your FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 Ultimate Finals Fan Pass and get access to the much anticipated FIBA World Cup 2023 Championship game, along with the battle for third place, semifinals, quarterfinals, all of those games. Visit register.worldcup.basketball for more details. Hashtag win for all, and that drops in for Marjana Phillips.
MJ Phillips from the service line, tallying another point for the Angels.
6 points.
Her sixth of the match. Helping out Vander Weyde, Myla Pablo.
Stalzer on the other side. The right pin. One-on-one. Lindsay against Lindsay. Goes through the block. Palma is checked. Sapete adjusts. Fajardo. Majoy. Great pancake save by Jonah. Fajardo back set to Lindsay.
Whoa.
Great reaction by Janelle Cheng. Fajardo again to Stalzer.
Whoa.
Wow. Unbelievable sequence.
That's the longest rally.
But Coach Benson Bokbok is challenging a floor touch challenge. So is she challenging the one from Jonas Sabete's play? Ah. Oo, kasi right at the moment.
And I'm sure they're very well aware of the rules here in the PVL when it comes to the challenge system.
So they accept the point. So PetroGAZZ 10-5. What has changed naman dito para sa F2? In your eyes, kanina tinanong kita about PetroGAZZ, how hard they came back in that second set, di ba? Etong third set, what are you not seeing or seeing in F2 as Aragalang comes in here to serve for Lindsay Stalzer?
I think in the first two sets, they tried to utilize their pin spikers, not much their middle blockers. Kaya ito namang PetroGAZZ Angels in that first two sets na natalo sila, hindi nila nabasa si Mao, si Stalzer, hindi sila nakapag-adjust masyado. But coming into this third set, nabasa nila na they're almost exclusively going to her. So they're defending them properly, they're blocking them properly in this third set. And just like that, ito namang si Van der Weyde, siya naman hindi nababantayan masyado ng F2 in this set number 3. And so far, so good for the Angels. And they've made the necessary adjustments in the last two sets. Dumikit nga sila 22-25 kahit na natalo sila in that set number 2.
9 points for Van der Weyde. It's just a 4-point game though.
Yeah, still not her usual output here. Talking about Lindsay
Oh yeah,
Van der
definitely
Weyde.
not. Almost 26 points a game. That's also out. Back to back.
And if you're PetroGAZZ Angels, you know that this is not a safe lead, especially if you're down 2-0.
Fajardo. Laxina.
Nice
That's a
set.
tough one.
Yeah, but that block of Kali Mao really waiting for that hit from Jonas Sabete.
Tsaka nakapasok na yung kamay, Ish. Look at how inside those hands were.
And she was really looking at the trajectory of the
The ball, you're right.
Hindi siya pumikit eh. Kasi a lot of the blockers here in the country, they tend to close their eyes whenever they're blocking.
That's a good point. Parang bracing for impact,
Yeah.
ganun ba yun?
Well, if you're confident that you're gonna block,
Right.
you're in the right position, right timing, hindi ka mapapapikit eh.
Galang from behind! To the delight of the F2 fans and the whole team. Look at them react there at the bench.
So just like the old times, Aragalang from the pipe. And it's Kim Fajardo setting her. That's a huge smile from Cap.
Two players who have dealt with so many injuries in their career, Kaf and Ara. That would still be a legal hit, but namatay sa second ball.
Mga PetroGAZZ Angels, milking Van der Weyde. Alam nila kasi nag-iinit na siya. And
10 points for her on 10 attacks, all on attacks.
wherever she is on the court, talagang maaastahan itong si Lindsay Van der Weyde, just like what we've talked about earlier in the pregame. Oh, mababa. Oh!
MJ and Kale continue to talk to each other. MJ, they get a low five there at the net. She got her.
That was gonna be a point for Kale.
Yes, it was.
Already. Hindi lang nakaiwas. Take a look at that.
Was bouncing out. Mao, babawi.
Yeah. Pinabawi. Really a trademark of a great setter right there. Kim Fajardo going back to her.
Tell me about that mentality, Ish. You know, yung babawi system na ginagawa yung mga setter. What's the mentality behind that?
If you're the setter, you want your spikers to have that confidence na mapupuntos nila yung bola kahit na nagkakamali sila. So, a lot of the setters tend to go back to the setters na nagkamali para makabawi ka agad and to regain their confidence.
Speaking of confidence, this should do wonders to Aragalang's confidence. One attack and one block.
Contributing right away for the cargo movers.
Phillips rejected. It's on the side here of F2. Ivy puts it away.
Wow, that's the perfect timing that we've been waiting to see from both Laxina and Kim Pardo. Imagine if they perfect that over the years, Boom.
That's their first conference together. And they're looking good, but they're behind still by 2.
Stop na natin yung... Oh, mauna ka short, ha? Mauna ka na ha, short. I-adjust nyo na yung pattern niyo sa galang. Hindi yan yung Kalay, saka yung Lindsay na magmamalakas. May.
Expect kayo ng mga ano niya, cut shot.
Go, go, go.
Let's go. One play. One stop.
PetroGAZZ calling that timeout as this lead is down to 2. A high of 5 here in set number 3. PetroGAZZ safely into the semifinals. They're the number 3 team. Can go number 2.
Yeah,
as you
currently
said.
at number 3.
Yeah, currently number 3. Cheng to the running Phillips.
Oh.
Pinantayan ni Ara. Pablo. Fajardo chases. Bumps it over to Galang. Cheng. Back set. Bakandili takes it at the chest. Galang faking everyone except for Cheng. Pablo on the counter.
Finally, a point off the block coming from Myla Pablo. Kanina pa siya pinupuntahan dito pero nagsistruggle siya kasi nababantayan na yung mga palo niya. This time around, going to that outside hand of the block of Kim Fajardo.
Lead us back to 3. Ivy. Set back by Pablo and Phillips. Aragalang will move out. Serve their purpose. Lindsay Stalser will come back in, but we also have a technical timeout. We'll be back. About 300 pesos. Well, enjoy NBA TV Philippines, now more affordable at Signal Postpaid Plan 290 or prepaid load 300. Watch all the action extended until December 31, 2022.
Hi! Sino kaya ang mas magbibigay ng swag ngayong game ng F2 versus PetroGAZZ? Tweet na!
Jesse De Leon giving you our PVL Ask question. And Chang Lai says, I still go for Chang Abi Maranyo. I still believe that they will come back stronger next conference. DJ says, definitely Abby for F2. Remy for the Angels. Both known for their swag since their collegiate days. So excited to see their matchup. And last one, Christel says, ini-expect kong tapatan ng swag ni Ren Palma and Ivy Laxina. Exciting matchup. Today it's actually been Phillips and Mao.
All right. Friendly swag.
Yeah, friendly swag. Friendly competition. The lead is back to 5, by the way. And then cut down to 4 now.
PetroGAZZ quick on their feet in this third set. They're defending well against the attacks of Kalay Mao and Lindsay Salzer. Kaya ito si Kim Fajardo, she's trying to reconnect with her middle blockers. She's trying to go for a lot of quick sets to Laksina earlier. This time around, it's Majoy Baron in front. We'll see if they utilize them more here in this third set. Well, they have to kasi medyo nababasa na yung dalawang spikers at the open pin.
Buitre and Saet back for PetroGAZZ. Up 4. Baron delaying that one. Buitre saw that. Phillips. Stalzer puts it away.
Goes deep cross court against MJ Phillips. It's Buitre who tried to defend that ball. Pero masyado mabilis. Look at that approach.
Yeah.
From Lindsay Stalzer going for that kill.
Lead is down to 3. 14 serving 17. Laksina gets us going for this rally. Baron sends it back right away. 2 straight points. As PetroGAZZ unable to get the side out in that sequence.
Good block touch by Kim Fajardo, and Majoy Baron helping her out, finishing the job there. Oh!
Miscommunication. Chance ball here. Oh, too tight. Still alive. Buitre. Was there a touch? None.
Nah, that's out.
So that's 3 straight points. 3-0 run. 4-0. Okay, just got corrected. 4-0 run. Tama, kasi nga 5-point lead was the biggest, 17-12. So now it is down to 1.
Janelle Cheng together with Jonas Abete back inside the court for the PetroGAZZ Angels. That 4-2 substitution has not worked for them in this set. That's a good substitution coming from Coach Ricafort, icing the server of F2 Logistics.
The run ends there. Well, at least momentarily.
Oh,
too low. Will not allow that.
That's what Kim Fajardo has been trying to do.
I think they're going to challenge this.
Yeah, a block touch.
Right. Might be too low, but worth a challenge. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes the action can be too quick. And I always say, here in the Philippines, since you've talked about the differences sometimes, the Philippines were always, before the challenge system, we were always quick to call for touches and all of that, when really in reality, some of them really are block touches. So this is great that we have this. We'll see though. Bobby Celso was the one who called the 4-touch. But also sometimes this can be a ploy for the other coach to kind of halt the momentum of the other team. In this case, it is PetroGAZZ who has kept the lead all throughout this third set. They are behind 2 sets to love. It might have been, Ish. It might have been, and that's what we mean.
Oh, so the point's gonna be replayed here.
We do have generally here locally that tendency to usually call that 4 touches. Great challenge by Coach Bokbok.
It's always gonna be a 50-50 call from our coaches. On the side of our referees naman, yun nga, nabanggit mo kanina, mabilis yung action eh. So sometimes you really can't see what really happened.
That looked low.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. A good job by F2 for challenging. Replay the point. So it's still 18-16. Stalzer had to backtrack there. Oh, MJ Phillips.
That's an excellent set from Janelle Cheng going to MJ Phillips. Take a look at the replay, boom. Tumingin muna siya eh, if MJ Phillips is ready for the approach and the attack. And putting it away, Phillips.
She matches her output from the previous game that they had against the Army. 10 points already. Timeout Petrogas. Check that, timeout F2.
No one?
Ay, tara, tara!
Eh, kaya pa yan. Hindi pa tapos. Let's go.
Gusto lang yan.
Tapusin natin.
We got this right here. F2!
That was a self timeout by Coach Bok. He let the girls handle it on their own. Try to stop the momentum of Petrogas here.
Sometimes it's good, no, na kapag time out, the players get to talk to each other. Those seconds matter a lot para lang makapag-communicate sila.
Ooh, that's gonna go out though. Much power behind the swing of Stalzer, who, by the way, has now 22 markers for herself.
22 big points. And we're not yet done here in set number 3. They really have relied on her a lot in this game.
14 by Mao.
Oh, that's low.
But it's going to go in.
That's a good adjustment from MJ Phillips.
Pushing it to the corner.
Really being activated here by Janelle Cheng. Take a look at that. The pass was already going to the open side. That running set. And at the last second, throwing it back to MJ Phillips.
Who sends it to the net. That's Sultanes, by the way, in the match already for Petrogas Angels.
In replacement of Myla Pablo.
Seven service errors for Petrogas unofficially. F2 with a chance here. Majoy, not the strongest, but well directed again towards the end. So Coach Raul Ricafort will call a timeout as this lead is down to 1.
Can you adjust a bit? Ikaw nagubit na? Para makabili na sa agad ako. Mawawala ng pasa niya.
Asa ano to? Receive? Okay.
Go, go, go.
Sige, pass muna ngayon. Pass muna.
Biggest lead was 5. Stood at 17-12 earlier. So that's a 7-3 run at this point.
And Petrogas Angels cannot afford to relax here.
Palma. Have to go for the dump. Casilag, that's a tough one. Sultanes.
Ooh.
Another chance ball for the yellow shirts of F2. Mao sends it through.
Miscommunication on the part of Cruz and Sultanes on the defense. That was already a soft hit coming from Kali Mao from Arregalo. Take a look at that.
15 points for her. And we are all tied here in the third set with 20 points. Vander Weide will get it back. And it is denied entry.
And they take back the lead, 21-20.
A 9-3 run.
And it all starts from that serve of Lindsay Salzer. Been very steady, very loaded.
Good save. Scrambling back are F2. Another good save there, but they couldn't keep it at play this time. Petrogas tying in at 21.
The body language of F2 Logistics showing us that they want this win badly.
You're right.
Ang dami nilang saves in this game, boom.
Hindi lang pinapakawalan.
And sometimes that's what matters, no? The effort that you put in inside the court. Na hindi mo basta-basta pinapabagsak yung bola.
Right.
And just like that,
one-on-one. Sabete on Mao, denying her entry. Deserves a second look.
the effort right there. Hinintay niya talaga na makatalon muna si Kalei Mao.
Sabete with a great reaction. They take the lead back, by the way. And now they're up by 2. So expect maybe a timeout here. Or a challenge. They are going to challenge.
I think they might just be, you know,
Stalling.
calling this for
To stall.
yeah.
To halt play. Which is a legal thing to do. Of course, you have a challenge. You can use it. You got 2 in a set. Lead is 22-21. Crucial part of the match, so why not use it? F2 with a 2 sets to love lead. This is way out as we thought. But let's see if the tactic of trying to halt momentum works.
Yeah. We're about to see if it pays off.
23 serving 21.
Oh!
Oh, boy, Mao sends that baby home with authority.
Sinagot agad yung question natin right there, boom. It worked for them.
Cut the lead down to 1, yeah. This time, linihis niya ng konti yung palo. A little bit of an angle. Mao has 16 points. 6 in this third set. Good set. And they tie the match at 23.
What a run here by the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers, and the crowd loving it here at the Phil Sports Arena. What a set from Kim Fajardo. Was already gonna go over the net, but being the tall setter that she is, kahit na masyadong mataas yung level of difficulty sa pagsaset ng mga bolang katulad nun, no? She was able to do that.
Cheng opens up to Sabete, who finds the spot.
And they do not have a challenge anymore.
Set point. PetroGAZZ. That's a great call by Sabete. They wouldn't have won the challenge anyway.
Right. This is the first time the Angels
Have a set point,
have
right.
a set point in this game.
They're gonna milk Mao while she's there.
Of course, they're gonna go to her. She has the hot hands here alongside Stauser.
Casilag will move out. Fajardo will move out. Tolenada and KKD back in.
That has worked for them. The 4-2 substitution, the middle of this set.
Iris will set to Kiana, Ivy, and Calais.
It's a very tall front row for the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers.
Full front line, yes.
Ooh.
Chance here. 24 all. Why not go back to her? Pinitik na lang. Van der Weide from behind. Oh, what a dolphin dive by Dawn. Pablo, too high. Dawn will set it up to KKD. Oh, and a power tip.
And they did not expect that at all.
They did not. You're right, Ish. She pulls out a surprise power tip.
It's always a tricky shot at 24 all and you're gonna do a drop shot. It's always a choice to make when you're up in the air already. And she saw that hole in between the block and doon sa depensa sa likod ng PetroGAZZ.
That painful. They had match point.
And they were down here in set number 3 for as much as 5 points.
5 points.
They caught up here. We'll see if they will be successful.
Good first ball. Back to Mao. And Mao finds a crack in that wall.
That's inside the block of Phillips and Sabete.
Jonah didn't even know na pumasok yung bola sa block. She
Yeah.
had to ask referee Bobby Celso, pumasok ba?
She was a bit off the net though.
Buka, no, na konti.
Yeah.
Match point number 2 for F2. Delay Mao will do the honors. Cheng looks at Phillips. The dive by Mao. Stalls her. Cheng goes to Van der Weide. Tolenada, one-hand dig. Mao sends it for a free ball. Cheng reverses. Reverses again. That's still alive.
Oh!
What a
Wow!
point by Kalimao.
Wow!
What a sequence. What a rally-ish.
Who would have thought that they would get that point still? Gale Mao ad-libbing at the end of...
And then she rolls it with a top spin. And it hits the floor. Cian Cruz unable to keep it alive. And Kalimao goes to the fans as they bow out from the reinforced conference on a positive note. We'll be back to wrap this baby up. (25-16, 25-22, 27-25). A thrilling ending to the preliminary round. F2 and Petrogas providing the fireworks despite it being a sweep, 3 sets. But PetroGAZZ came back in that second and third set, made a game out of it. And great for a team that was already in the semifinals-ish.
Yeah, PetroGAZZ Angels already assured of a spot in the semifinals. Pero itong F2 Logistics, hindi nila tinignan to as a non-bearing game for them. They wanted to finish this conference with a bang. And of course, that leadership of Lindsay Stalzer all throughout this match showed, especially in the first and second set. 22 points for her, 19 attacks, 2 blocks, and an ace for Lindsay Stalzer. What a conference for this lady.
Coming from a 26-point performance, 22. Very, very great conference for Lindsay, who is with Lexi Rodriguez.
Hi everybody, I'm with the player of the game from the F2 Logistics who just won over the PetroGAZZ Angels, Lindsay Stalzer with 22 points, 2 blocks, and an ace. Again, congratulations, Lindsay. This conference has been a roller coaster ride for you, and I just want to ask, how does it feel to end this conference on a good note?
It's definitely bittersweet. I mean, our season is finished and we had much higher expectations than to only come this far. But it is always nice to end on a win. So I'm so proud of my teammates. Like, we finally played with just free of everything, and we really showed everyone, I think, the true F2 team that we can be.
Exactly, and I think that reflected on your performance with 3 straight sets over the PetroGAZZ Angels. And what do you think were the factors, or is the main factor that contributed to this nice momentum all throughout the game?
Yeah, I think we just came into this game saying there's no pressure whatsoever. We're going to go out there and have fun and just enjoy volleyball again, and I think we did exactly that.
Congratulations again, Lindsay. Is there anyone you would like to greet, your friends, your family who's watching right now?
Yeah, thank you so much, F2 fans. You were so supportive all season. I love you so much. Lindsay Stalzer fan club since day one. You guys are the best. Yeah, just love you guys to death. Thanks, family at home watching. And yeah, thank you, management and everyone involved in supporting F2. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Congratulations again to the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. Let's bring it back to the panel.
Thank you, Lexi. We would love to find out if she wanted to come back here in the Philippines and play again, or will this be the last time? We'll find out maybe some other interviews that are going to be conducted by our friends from the press and media. Would love to get her thoughts on playing again here in the Philippines. She continues her professional volleyball career. In the meantime, let's look at some numbers and some highlights. A lot of them, especially in that first set, came from F2.
Right, and in that third set, talagang lamang yung PetroGAZZ. They just managed to come back stronger at the latter part of that third set win, and banking on the main gunners of the Cargo Movers, Lindsay Stalzer and Kali Mao, of course, were milked by both Iris Tolenada and Kim Fajardo. Bumalik din yung blocking ng F2, Kim D, Laxina, Baron, all contributing for that F2 win in 3 straight sets.
That's right. Bowing out on a positive note, and this is their best finish in the PVL. Of course, we know that they did not join the last conference, and the last time they were in the PVL, it was the Open Conference, if I'm not mistaken. They ended up in 6th place after battling in the classification rounds. But now they move up, and something to to build on in their next stint here in the Premier Volleyball League. Those are the numbers. The blocking was the big difference in that first set, and then the attacking was the big difference in the second set. PetroGAZZ, though, in that third set, parang nabuhay.
Yeah, and itong opponent errors, doon nakakuha din ng momentum itong F2 Logistics kasi whenever PetroGAZZ was trying to catch up, mag-error naman itong PetroGAZZ Angels. So, a lot of the scoring department lamang naman ng F2 Logistics, so they really worked hard for this win tonight.
So, congratulations to the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers. But also, congratulations are in order for the PetroGAZZ Angels because they're in the semifinals and they'll end up as the number 3 team there in the semifinals. Signal, of course, snatching the 4th spot earlier with their win in Choco Mucho. Our semifinal bus is complete-ish.
At number 1, Creamline, and they will go up against PetroGAZZ in the next game schedules. And of course, Cherry Tigo and Signal will go up against each other in that game day.
And speaking of schedules, let's check out the Thursday schedule here at the Phil Sports Arena. PetroGAZZ Angels, Creamline Cool Smashers. Some champion teams going up against each other right away. Bakit hindi? Semifinals. Bigayan kagad ang ating simula. Signal and Cherry Tigo. Remember, 1 round robin for the semifinalists. So, when I say that, I mean every game is a guaranteed blockbuster.
Every game is a do-or-die game for all of these teams in the semifinals.
And it all starts on Thursday. PetroGAZZ, Creamline, Signal, and Cherry Tigo for our Thursday doubleheader. So we'll see you right here. Let's pack the house again like we did today here at the Phil Sports Arena. Earlier today, the Signal HD Spikers winning in 4 sets against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. And then the F2 Logistics Cargo Movers bowing out in a positive note and beating the defending champions of that, the PetroGAZZ Angels. For Ish Polvorosa, and of course, Lexi Rodriguez, I'm Boom Gonzalez. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you at the start of the semifinals of your Premier Volleyball League, the heart of volleyball.